when I found out this book was written by a man, I was a little bit confused.
If he's saying it's a red flag, that means that there are men out there that don't do those things. And we're hearing direct from one of those.
I am a man, and I'm telling you, men are hazardous to women. We're dangerous.
Rank up that Marriage.MBA. Divorce proof your future marriage today.
This coming from a different perspective of a man makes it more valuable because obviously as women, we're going to be getting into marriages with a man. So to see their perspective in the process of selecting a husband, I think men know men best and they know how men think. And especially when we get onto the kind of red flag, I think sometimes as girls, we think, oh, it's not a red flag. It's cute. It's cute that he does this. But I think when a man says, no, it's not cute, like, beware, it means more and it signifies a bit more than just a girl being like, oh no, don't do this, don't go for this, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Like it's more that, okay, he knows what he's talking about because that is what he is. You know what I mean? If he's saying it's a red flag, that means that there are men out there that don't do those things. And we're hearing direct from one of those.
This is something that is a fact, okay? It is not my opinion. I am a man, and I'm telling you, men are hazardous to women. We're dangerous. One of the most dangerous person you live with, that's going to be your father, your brother, your husband, or male relatives. I know it's like the damnedest thing to hear, but that's the reality. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hold back. And I will be honest with you about some of the stuff that I screwed up also. I made a lot of mistakes. There were so many times I was at the brink of divorce. We were like, that's it. We're not going to survive this marriage anymore. I learned how to not just come back, go to the next level where I'm actually experiencing that true love. People are like, what, true love? Yeah, it doesn't exist and all that stuff. No, I'm here to show you how to experience that in a way that is sustainable, inshallah.
So why were you afraid to begin with? Where was your fear stemming from, if you're comfortable sharing, that you wouldn't get married or that you would screw it all up?
Because I have seen a lot of couples struggle in their marriages, honestly. When I was in my late teens and early 20s, the ratio of bad marriages that I saw and the ratio of good marriages, not even a comparison. It's so many bad marriages. And I personally knew because I was involved in the community, I was working with the youngsters, right? I interact with some of their parents. I'm like, wait a second. That I just saw you guys like smiling and laughing and holding hands, but like here, like they show one face in front of a public, like, wow, look at us. But in reality, they are miserable. They don't even sleep on the same bed. It just did not make any sense to me. So that fear was instilled in me from very early on when I saw all this stuff. And then my teachers, I think I'm going to blame my teachers for that. They used to quote this, oh, 50% of marriages, and then, oh, amongst Muslim, 30-40%. Now it's like 56%. Like I'm hearing all this, I'm like, it's not helping. I know I need to know that, but can you focus on the other like 20-30% who are actually making the marriage work? I was genuinely terrified. I'm like, maybe I don't even want to get married. What if I don't end up being a good husband or a good father? What if I fail her?
So, like you said, when you were younger, the role models of marriage were not great, and then you were afraid. So, at what age did this become prevalent to you for two parts? The first being researching marriage and educating yourself and pursuing that. And then also the second one is pursuing this book. Like, oh, this is something that I want to also give back to the community.
Oh, the book idea is way later. So when I went to Canada to learn from Muhammad Sharif, I was able to team up with two other participants who were there. And we started a project with Sheikh Yasir Birjas and Sister Megan Wyatt. So that's my foundation. I would attend any and every marriage lecture there is. I would drive 2-3 hours away. Even though it's 30-minute talk, I'm like, I want to learn. So that thirst for that knowledge, it was there. That's what drew me to that. But the book idea is very recent. It came much later, alhamdulillah. So I was deep in it before my own marriage. That framework that I've shared with you, I actually used it myself. I am the first example that it actually works. Alhamdulillah, since then, a lot of people have used this. That's why I wrote this book. That's why you are listening to this. So you can avoid falling in love with a handsome man who might be a bad husband and a bad father in the future. Here's something great about a man doing this is I know how men think because I am a man. I see the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a man. Whether you get married next year or 10 years from now, I will tell you straight up if a man is worth your consideration for a lifelong commitment or not. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I am going to share my flaws and my weaknesses, how I was a clueless husband for many years. The struggle, the learning, the journey that I have been, I will share with you all of it, inshallah.
What evidence is this book based on?
This book is based on 40 plus years of research that Dr. John Gottman and many other experts did. and it is based on Islamic principles, and it is based on real life, not just my life, like lived experiences of hundreds and thousands of people, especially Muslims.
No freaking way. No way this is a real thing that happened. And I know it does, and that's so heartbreaking that this is a real thing that people do to each other. Pursue commitments, being non-committal, or pursue other commitments while being committed already. It's just heartbreaking. I can't.